Welcome back to the channel, bros. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a letter by Epictetus. He was a former slave that became the most influential philosopher in Roman Empire after the death of his teacher Antoninus, and the letter was written to a student of his named Lucilius. In this letter, he addresses one of the most common problems every man faces in his life, which is the problem of desire. Without further ado, let us begin. Discourses, Book 1, Chapter 16. No man is free who is not master of himself, O Lucilius. How could you complain of being under the control of another man when you are yourself a slave? To what? To pleasure. It is not the chains that shackle the body that make a man a slave. It is the desires that enslave him. For what is a chain? A man has put it on himself. It is self-imposed. When a man puts these shackles on himself voluntarily, he is already a slave. If therefore this be true, and you can say with truth that you are in chains, then you may also say that you are a slave. You are not yet even on the road to slavery, but you have already arrived at it. What do you think, Lucilius? I think you are still free, but you are not free. You are enslaved by your belly, by your sexual appetites. So while you are still complaining of being a slave, you are voluntarily enslaving yourself. Thus Epicurus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This is one of the most famous quotes by Epicurus, saying no man is free who is not master of himself. So who is this master that you speak of, Epictetus? What sort of mastery over oneself do you mean? Well, he means being in control of your desires and emotions. That is the first step towards being free, both physically and mentally. As long as you remain a slave to your desires, you will never be truly free. Your mind will always be controlled by external objects, and you will be a puppet of your senses. If you want to be truly free, you must learn to control your mind and overcome your addictions and bad habits. Epictetus, you see, was a former slave. He knows what it feels like to be enslaved by another human being. He was sold into slavery as a young man and spent many years in chains. But he never allowed his circumstances to defeat him. He learned to use his mind to overcome his physical limitations, and eventually he became the most respected philosopher in the Roman Empire. So let's examine some of the ways that our desires can enslave us. First, they cause us to chase after things that are beyond our control. When we set our hearts on something that is not up to us, we become anxious and worried. We lose our peace of mind because we are constantly concerned with whether or not we will get what we want. The present moment escapes us as we become preoccupied with thoughts of the future. The tranquility of mind that we might have enjoyed now is lost to future worries and plans to achieve our desired object. When we cease to be concerned with what is within our control and start fixating on what is untweet, we lose our freedom. We can only find peace and freedom when we focus on the things that are in our power to control, such as our thoughts, actions, and reactions. Epictetus tells us that we should not be concerned with what others say or do. We should not allow their words or actions to upset us or cause us to stray from our path. Rather, we should focus on doing what is right and living according to nature. Second, they keep us bound to the past and future. When we dwell on past events, we become bitter, resentful, and unforgiving. We allow the pain of past hurts to consume us, and we fail to live in the present moment. Similarly, when we are obsessed with the future, we become anxious, worried, and fearful. We lose our peace of mind because we are constantly concerned with what might happen or what we might lose. In both cases, we are allowing our thoughts to control us instead of the other way around. When we focus on the past or the future, we lose our freedom and we fail to appreciate the present moment. Epictetus reminds us that we should focus on what is happening right now, on what is within our control. By focusing on the present moment, we can find peace and freedom from our thoughts. Third, they prevent us from accepting things as they are. When we try to change things to fit our desires, we resist reality and we suffer. Instead of finding happiness and satisfaction, we cause ourselves pain and unhappiness. We must learn to accept things as they are, to make the best of our current situation, and to find happiness in the present moment. This is the only way to find freedom from our desires and to live a life of peace and contentment. Epictetus says that we should not resist what is, because resistance to reality is what causes us to suffer. We should accept things as they are and make the best of our current situation. By doing so, we can find freedom from our desires and live a life of peace and contentment. Fourth, they force us to pursue worthless things. When we pursue things that are not really worth our time and effort, we waste our lives and we never really accomplish anything of lasting value. We must learn to distinguish between what is worthwhile and what is not, and to focus our attention and energy on the things that really matter. By doing so, we can live a life that is more fulfilling and more in line with our values and goals. Fifth, they lead to envy and discontentment. When we compare ourselves to others and envy their possessions or their status, we forget our own blessings and we become discontent with what we have. We must learn to be grateful for what we have, to appreciate our own blessings, and to focus on our own journey rather than comparing ourselves to others. By doing so, we can find contentment and satisfaction in our own lives, instead of constantly envying the lives of others. In conclusion, brothers, no man is free who is not master of himself. When we allow our desires to control us, we become slaves to our own minds. We lose our peace of mind, our freedom, and our ability to live a life that is true to ourselves. Instead, we must learn to master our desires and to use them to our advantage. By doing so, we can find true freedom and peace of mind. I would like you to share with me in the comment section below what you think about this letter. What did you find most valuable in it? And if you are new here, please subscribe to support us and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on future uploads. Thank you. And as always, thank you for watching.